Did you play video games as a child? What would you think today if the same suppliers of those video games made you a lot of money? Well, why did a video game retailer all of a sudden be Wall Street's biggest darling? Or is it a pawn in a chess game of manipulation by the rich, the wealthy, and the elite? What do hedge funds and Reddit and billionaires have in common? And what do they know about this company that the average investor does not? And is Gamestop really a win for the little guys like me and you? Or is it another setup by the rich, the wealthy, and the elite to feed off of our emotions to make their profits? You see, what happened today was pretty remarkable. GameStop. Yes, we're talking about GameStop again. The darling post-COVID went up after the market closed by over 6%, meaning $100,000 in GameStop today. Well, in a few hours, went up to $6,000 climbing. Is this because of something that they're doing? Is this because of them buying Bitcoin, trying to take the strategy of MicroStrategy? Or is the rich, the wealthy, and the elite setting us up for disaster like they did a few years ago when GameStop out of nowhere popped up and then went down like SpaceX satellites in growth? And we're going to help you be financially free and grow your money despite the rich, wealthy, and the elite manipulating the stock market, more specifically, GameStop. Let's go. So GameStop is at it again, being up by over 6% as the market closed because of their earnings. Now, they made so much more money than what Wall Street predicted the third and fourth quarter of 2024. So much so that their stock grew out of nowhere. Doesn't that seem like history repeating itself? Doesn't that seem like something happened before? Now, Wall Street is saying because they made the announcement that they're buying Bitcoin. Instead of keeping cash on hand, they're using the same strategy as MicroStrategies, where they take some of that cash and they buy Bitcoin instead. Because cash doesn't make money. We have cash on the balance sheet. Inflation is going up by 4%. My cash is going up by 1%. I'm losing money. But by buying Bitcoin, Bitcoin averages 80% a year. Let's say Bitcoin makes 10% going forward, and inflation goes up by 4%, they're making money. So on the surface, Wall Street is saying this is a buy because of them doing the MicroStrategy play and having Bitcoin on their balance sheet. But wait, we heard this story before. The rich, the wealthy, the elite helped pump up GameStop a few years ago. And this might be a true tale of manipulation at its finest. So why should we buy GameStop? And what warning signals should we have for the manipulation to begin? Well, first off, go for what we know. Number one, it is human nature to go for what we know. You see, a few years ago, when GameStop was going up like crazy, people was buying GameStop. And then GameStop was going down and they was trying to catch that falling knife, right? You buy something when it's going down, thinking it's going to go back up. So what happens? As that knife falls down, the hedge funds make all the money because they shorted at top. And us having diamond hands. And the definition of diamond hands is holding on to an investment when it's going down. Not letting it drop, but diamond hands holding it. Many investors have diamond hands. So what happens going forward? Well, with human nature, we do the same thing. It's called insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over again, thinking you're going to get a different result. Think about everybody in toxic relationships. It could be toxic relationship with a coworker at the job, your personal life, family member. What happens? Something doesn't go your way. It's toxic. Instead of removing yourself from that situation, we go back thinking. We go back, try it again. It's going to be something different. So many individuals will do the same thing with GameStop. They're going to go back as things sound good, as it looks like, because they have Bitcoin on their balance sheet, it's going to go up, up, and up. People will buy GameStop because remember the feeling that they had when they first bought it before it went down. So how can we take advantage of the rich and the wealthy and the elite, knowing that we do a stop loss? Any stock we buy, we can buy a stop loss saying that this stock should automatically be sold at a certain price. I recommend percentages. Now, again, as a certified financial planner, recommending not for you to do, but from an informational standpoint. If you do a stop loss, right now, GameStop is at $27 a share. Now, a few weeks ago, it was at $37 a share. So you're buying it at a 37% discount. We buy it when it's down by 37. That means it's going to go up by 72% to get back to where it was. That is a great gain. And the rich and wealthy and elite are hoping that you buy it when it gets back to $34. And then they put their shorts and it goes down again. But to stop that, putting a stop loss on that stock allows us to say, if the stock goes down by more than 10%, sell half. If the stock goes down by another 10%, which is 20% altogether, sell all of it. So when the stock is going up, let's say it goes up to $50 a share, 10% stop loss is still in effect. So now it goes from $50 to $45, half your stock in GameStop is already sold. And if it goes from $45 to $40, the rest of your GameStop is already sold, allowing you to profit and not having to deal with the rich, the wealthy, and the elite pumping the stock because they know we're going to go for what we know, pumping that stock, you buying that stock at a high price, and then you going down with the ship and having diamond hands. No, we can beat the rich, the wealthy, and the elite as they manipulate stocks, which I think they are doing with GameStop today. And that's one reason how we do it. Number two, well, the rich, the wealthy, and the elite, they change course. Now, unlike the everyday worker people like us, we make a change. Well, it's changed, but does it really affect the mass market? No. Even when Reddit was pushing up GameStop a few years ago, it wasn't because of people putting in $100 or $1,000 here. It's because it was going up so quick, the shorts that the hedge funds had, they did not have enough time to get out, which means to cover that short, they have to buy, which now are measly $1 million between everybody, and their $100 million drives up that stock instantaneous. But they're changing course because they know we go for what we know. And they know with any inkling of GameStop starting to get to the bag, they know what to do. So by them changing course, now they're putting not shorts, and a short educational standpoint is that you make money when the stock goes down. You do a put, meaning I want to put money on it going down. I'm shorting it, meaning that I think it's going to go down. So it's getting shorter, not going up, which is it's getting longer. So when I put a short on it, when it goes down, I make money. Hedge funds, again, when they make a change, they don't tell you, but it's done. They are putting more calls, options that it's going to go up. A call is that they're calling for it to go up. And when you're long on a stock, that means you think it's going to go up, right? Up, long. They put a call for it to go up. If that happens, guess what? As all the hyperbole and all the happiness about GameStop getting back to where it was a few years ago and all the retail investors with $100 here, $100 there, it explodes up. But this time, they're on the right side of the trade where they're making money, not the wrong side. If they're on the right side of the trade, you think they're going to stay in that trade? You think as Bitcoin goes up, because now GameStop is buying more Bitcoin, which means more people buy GameStop, you think that they're going to ride that wave? Of course not. They're going to instantaneous. It happened a few years ago. Warren Kitty, everybody was buying. He started to the point now that he's in some hot mess with the feds. I'll be freshest if the feds watching. Right now, he's in trouble with the feds because he manipulated the market. Now, he's just one person. What about the hedge funds that are driving $200, $300, $400 million of trades here and there in milliseconds? Why aren't they being investigated when they drive the market up or down? No, because they're the big money. They're the rich, the wealthy, the elite. But the little guy, the one that wants to help communities, he or she does it, they get in trouble. Tisk, tisk, tisk. So again, the rich and the wealthy, they are going to change course. So we have to come up with a game plan when to get out. Because we can buy at one price, but when we're going to get out? If it goes up by 50%, do we just get out? Need a plan. If it goes up by 100%, do we pocket our gains and get out? Whatever that is for you, depending on your risk tolerance, you need to come up with a game plan. So number two, when the rich and wealthy change course at the drop of a dime, you're not holding the bag, waiting for the stock to go back up as you're losing money and being screwed like a lot of people were last time Gamestop skyrocketed. And number three, the rich, the wealthy, the elite, they feed like a piranha. You ever saw shark? Not like a, shark you can pet like we did in Mexico. No. Not like those sharks you could pet like we did when we was in Bahamas. No. A great white shark. When blood is in the water, they go haywire. They go you know what? They go out of their way to catch their prey, like vultures buzzing around. These hedge fund managers right now, they're buzzing around dumb money. You know what dumb money is? They call dumb money retail investors in their country clubs, their lofts. At Soho, Club Soho is a pretty cool place though. So I've been to Soho, Nashville, and Soho, LA. It's pretty cool. I haven't been to Soho, New York. But in Soho, they talk about dumb money. Investors who buy things when it's too late, who think with their heart, not with the chart. They call us dumb money. And right now, they're like great white sharks. They're like vultures circling around their prey. And their prey is the everyday investor who has FOMO, who's going to be watching GameStop go up and up and up. And they saw all those stories about how people became millionaires overnight, how people made tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars in GameStop. And they have a fear of missing out of that wave. And they know that. We don't know that. But we're the prey and we're that FOMO into GameStop. So as we FOMO into GameStop at the high, because we missed out on the rich, the wealthy, and the elite doing those hauls, those long options. So when it goes up, they make money, which drives up the stock market. We don't know that. We have the fear of missing out. And we don't want to be like last time, sitting on the sidelines when GameStop was going to Luna. We FOMO into the stock. The stock goes up, we buy it at its high price. And when the stock goes down, we get screwed. You see this happen before. FOMO is very, very bad when it comes to GameStop. It was at $6 a share. In a matter of a month, it went from $6 to $102 a share. And then that thing went crashing down back to $8 a share in a matter of a year. And so many people sat on the sidelines seeing it go up and up and up that they bought it at its high. Then it went down and it started going up, been up, been up. They bought it again at another high, $75. Then it went down. Then it went up, been up, been up. It's at $50. They bought it. Then it went down again. And right now, people are thinking about GameStop. But they're not going to buy it yet, though. No. They're going to wait. You see, a characteristic of FOMO is doing something when you feel like it's about to be too late. So right now, it's at $27 a share. It's nowhere near 100. Let's just see what's going to happen. And we look up in a week and let's see what's going to happen. Now it could be at $45 a share because the hyperbole that happened with GameStop last time. And now that FOMO, that fear of missing out, we buy it. And that thing goes back down again. And guess who profits from that? The rich, the wealthy, the elite, because they bought it at $10 a share, $15 a share, $20 a share. Back in April of last year, it was at $14 a share. Nobody was talking about GameStop. They 3x their money. 14, to 45. Us, who FOMO's in, we make money? No, we lose money. And the rich, the wealthy, and the elite, they know that. That's why when I say Gamestop again, they know. We go for what we know. They also know. The words are shown it all. The rich and the wealthy change first. They know they can change course anytime they want to and make money because of it, and you can't. And number three, the rich, the wealthy, and the elite, they know that you're going to FOMO into the stock when it's too late. So then what we do? The stop loss on GameStop if you buy it. Very important. Number two, have a growth strategy in place before you buy it. If it goes by a certain amount or I make a certain amount of money, it goes up by a certain percent, I'm selling that thing, no matter how good I feel or how bad I feel about selling it. And number three, we do not FOMO. If we're on the sidelines today saying I'm going to wait, don't buy. If we're on the sidelines today saying I think I'm going to do something, do it now with those principles of the growth plan and the stop loss so that if it does go up, you're already in it. You got to worry about FOMO and you have a plan to get out so you don't get burnt like so many people did in 2021 and in 2022. So this information is for you guys to beat the rich, the wealthy, and the elite. Transform your finances using our Wealth Accelerator, which is the pathway to financial freedom and growth. As always, like, subscribe, share to our channel. As we continue to grow, we're giving great information that's going to help you and your finances. As always, let's make some painful or painless profits together, y'all. Peace.